Why do we neglect one of the most expensive parts of our vehicles? The automatic transmission. Behind me is a 2000 Chevy Tahoe with around 165,000 miles. And as we all know, or some of us know, it has the 4L60 transmission, notorious for failures. Failures! What's something that we could do to try and mitigate the issues that these transmissions have, or any automatic transmission for that matter? We can start with the fluid. See how dark it is? So during the normal operation of an automatic transmission, the fluid is going to experience temperature, pressure, shear forces. It's going to collect debris from the clutches, such as this. This is a fiber from within an automatic transmission. As it wears, and these don't wear a whole lot, this material is going to be collected within the filter and also suspended in the fluid. So when your fluid is really dark, some of this material is suspended within the fluid. That may allow for better engagement of your clutch discs when fluid pressure is applied to this, depending on which gear you're in. That suspended material will allow it to grip instead of slip. Now your new fluid will have better heat dissipation, better lubricity, the viscosity will be there, but it won't have that material suspended within it. That's why if it's really black, you have to do it at your own risk. If you check out our other video of transmission fluid to change or not, you'll see we had a Lexus, my son's car. It was really dark. Although they maintained the vehicle everywhere else, it seemed that they neglected the automatic transmission. We went ahead and changed the fluid and filter, and everything functioned perfectly. He drove it to North Carolina. He's still driving it there. Everything's working. Knock on some wood somewhere. I'm not a big proponent of the 10-minute oil change, flush and fill, where they exchange the fluid and don't change the filter. Just like your engine oil, somehow we stay on top of that. There's an oil light that comes on, we drive to the oil change, we get it changed. 5,000 miles is the recommendation from a lot of mechanics, although some people seem to like to go 10 or 15,000 miles. I have no idea why. But we always seem to neglect our transmission fluid and filter. And that's one of the most expensive components of the vehicle. To have an automatic transmission rebuilt could cost $4,000 to $5,000. Are
you serious?
And a fluid and filter change might be 150 bucks. Somehow we still go 150, 200,000 miles, never changing the fluid and filter. And that fluid's broken down over time. 2000 Chevy Tahoe, original filter, original fluid. It's 23 years old. I do it to some of my own stuff. I don't know why we don't take more time with our automatic transmission, especially older vehicles, with the exception of the most modern vehicles that might have a lifetime transmission filter where the transmission case has to be split in order to change that filter. I would say 95% of what's on the road still has a filter that can be changed and fluid that can be changed. It's not always easy anymore. A lot of vehicles don't come with a dipstick so that you can easily check it. Sometimes it has to be up to operating temperature and raised like on a hoist, and it'll have a chuck plug and a drain plug. For the cost of taking it in and having that service done versus the expense of having an automatic transmission removed, rebuilt, and reinstalled. Now there are specific fluids for specific vehicles. A lot of GM stuff nowadays is going to require Dex 6 or higher synthetic fluid. It'll be labeled on the bottle. Now I might get some hate for this, but this is what I like to use, Valvoline Max Life. Usually on the back of the bottle, it'll show what it's recommended for. Not all transmission fluid is created equal. You shouldn't just use any fluid off the shelf. Older Fords might require a Ford Type F. Older GM vehicles, like really old GM vehicles, might require like a Dex 3. Newer fluids usually will cover all those, as well as late model vehicles. So if your transmission fluid's black, if it's really dark and smells burnt, should you change it? I usually do. I would rather have it fail right away and know I got to do something about it than drive around on borrowed time wondering when and if it's going to fail. That's something you'll have to decide on your own. Again, if there's any issues with the way it's shifting, the way it feels, likely a fluid and filter change isn't going to solve that. Now, you should probably always use OEM fluid, whether it's AC Delco or Ford fluid, Nissan, Honda, Toyota, whatever it is. It's probably best to stick with the OEM fluid. A lot of people will use like AMSOIL, Royal Purple, high-end fluids, and that's okay. Use what you like. Let us know what you like. In in the comments below. And you never want to overfill your transmission. Typically on a transmission dipstick, there'll be hash marks. So you can see maybe on this transmission dipstick, the cold mark is way down here. And your operating temperature range is between these two holes. As your transmission fluid heats up, it expands. That's why there's such a difference between the cold mark and the hot mark. So never overfill it. That could be worse than never changing it. Don't overfill it. You want it just right. This is our owner's manual for the 2000 Chevy Tahoe Suburban. And you can see here at 50,000 miles, it says, change your automatic transmission fluid and filter. And then again at 100,000 miles. Now, if you're doing a lot of towing, even if it's not real heavy towing, maybe a lot of stop and go traffic in a really big city, you'll want to reduce those intervals. What can it hurt? At $150 a service, $200 a service for a filter and fluid change, you're going to save money in the long run versus a transmission overhaul. So here's your automatic transmission filter. It looks a lot like a coffee filter with coffee grounds in it. Just like your transmission filter. This coffee filter holds the grounds, doesn't let them get into your coffee pot. That's not where you want them. The transmission filter does the same thing. It holds that debris and dirt, keeps it from circulating throughout your transmission. Now imagine if you never changed your coffee filter and you just threw more grounds on top, more water inside, made another pot of coffee, and you did that for years on end. It wouldn't take too long and your coffee pot would overflow into a great big mess. What happens with your transmission is when the filter gets full, it's going to reduce the flow, the pump's going to work harder, nothing good comes from it. That's why you should change your filter. I wonder how many people pay for a transmission overhaul and then never get the fluid changed again. What's been your experience with transmission fluid? Have you changed really dark fluid and everything has worked out great? Have you never changed it at all maybe? Or have you maintained it and you have 300,000 miles on the original transmission and everything's working perfectly? If it's a 4L60 like this one, I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Now if we have a misfire or our light comes on that the washer fluid is low, we notice our oil pressure is a little bit low or something, we typically address it right away, get real concerned. For some reason with automatic transmissions, we don't really address it until it starts to act funny. Maybe it's not shifting right, it's slipping, it's not holding torque converter lockup, which is really important in today's transmissions. Although it has 160,000 miles on it, it still shifts beautifully. So it would be a good idea to change this fluid and filter and make sure that it keeps functioning correctly. If you're towing, run an aftermarket transmission cooler. Make sure that you have some form of transmission cooler if you're doing a lot of towing. It's really important. The enemy of your transmission is going to be heat. Just like your motor, you don't want to see your temperature gauge up in the red. You got serious problems. Head gasket, cracked head, leaky radiator, bad thermostat, something like that's going on. It's the same thing for your transmission. Heat is the enemy. All right, there's another automatic transmission rule that I know a lot of people break. I try not to. Super important. Never shift while the vehicle's moving from one direction to another. That's so hard on the transmission. Come to a complete stop before you shift from reverse to drive or drive to reverse. Don't do it while you're moving. It's not a fork truck. You're not fork truck certified. Don't do it. So change your transmission fluid and filter. Thanks for watching.